what's the crack? Actually, I think that's my new intro. Is actually as well. What's the crack? Thank you all very much for tuning in. By the way, thank you very much to all the Patreons. Your new payments came out the other day. Fair play to you. God bless you and all who's ailing you. Of course, thank you to everybody who bought their Christmas shite from the Tea Republic shop. Do you know what? If that's your thing, fair play to you. You're all contributing to the podcast. You're all very welcome. This is number 91 with the returning hero that is Richie Hayes. Richie Hayes, how are you?
I'm good, Tom. I'm going to speak very bright today because the last one I sounded like I was
in the dark. Yeah, but we were down, Jizz. We were down a long road at that fucking stage, weren't we?
We were indeed. And but sure, look, it's Panto season again.
But we're not burning up. We're not. What do we do?
We're getting better at looking after us.
Is that what it is? Okay.
And we're getting younger. Me and you are the two old lads of this show.
It's unreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see him talking about shit on Instagram and stuff like that. No, I don't know. Sure, Jesus Christ.
You know.
Look, to be fair, there isn't the bang of youth. I think, like last year, some of the dancers, like they were, it was ridiculous. I know Evan is young, like he's 20 or whatever, but there's a bit more of a balance, normal balance. Like there was complete aliens there last year, and I said this to the lads. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And it's not that I don't know what you're talking about there. I didn't know what they were talking about. I couldn't find any segue into their conversation where I go, oh, sure, I know, yeah. It was just, they were just so, and I think their war on me was like, I'm really, really old. I don't feel as old this year, nearly.
But I think there's been a massive change, the whole social media thing.
Oh, yeah.
We all jumped on board, but now it's taken, I actually felt, because I would consider myself a fairly up on tech, as in technology.
You're way more techie than I am.
Yeah, when I'm not on stage, that's what I do. And I would have always been about me gadgets, but as the last number of years, the whole social media thing, I had to sit with the lads in rehearsals this year and go, what do I do to do that? And I went, oh no, I'm now me father.
You're pointing the remote.
I'm going, what do you do with that? What happens if I press that?
So what you're saying is no matter how up you get on anything, we're all turning into our outlet eventually.
You do eventually,
you
know, and that's why you look at your wife, she's going to turn into a mother.
Yeah. Her mother's sound. That's one thing I will say. Her mother's sound. Like,
yeah.
Do you know, so I'm okay that way. Like,
her mother is
sound. Yeah. I'm guessing. Do you know what? There's a strong possibility that neither mother-in-laws are going to be listening to my podcast. Anyway, that's probably a bridge too far.
There's probably a very high possibility that our wives will listen to this.
Oh
podcast.
yeah, that's true.
But
actually, yeah.
Just to be sure, I said her. I could have been talking about Natasha's.
There you go. I don't know.
I could have been talking about Erica, who's my wife's mother.
Yeah.
So technically,
you're off.
Her. It's up to what the listener wants to take from that.
Admissible in a court of law right now. You are not. You can walk free, Mr. Hayes. You can walk free from that situation.
I'm out that door.
Jeez, tis the old dog for the fucking old road, by it. You are pure crafty. Just came out with the right thing there, like, and you knew full well what you're fucking saying too. You're like, I can't be hung out to dry on this shit anyway.
No, I'm married 10 years now.
10 years, are you?
10 years, yeah.
How did you know it was time to marry? Like, cause
she told me.
Get off the pot now, Hayes.
I chased her for a good few years, in fairness. She'll tell you it's 5 years. We did a panto together. And you know Erica, she choreographed this show last year, so she's in the business. And we met in the Gaiety panto, and I was mad about her because she was small. She's
right, yeah.
She's taller than me.
She's got big hair.
She's got big hair, yeah.
There we go.
Superb butt. I didn't say ours because that's disrespectful.
You say what you want on this podcast.
If you're talking about someone wanting ours on that.
Oh yeah. Your
My
wife.
wife has a superb butt.
Yeah.
A very, very nice behind. Anyway, how did we get onto that conversation?
I just asked how like marriage, because
she wanted to.
Because in the show business world, everybody's all over the shop. Like.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's more breakups than anything else. But see, I think the thing that me and Erica did was, she did. She let me chase for a while.
Right. Yeah.
But then when we got together, she wanted the ring on the finger.
Right. How long were you going out, do you reckon?
3.5 years now. That's a long. It's not that short. Do you know what I mean?
I suppose, yeah. Like, we were going out 5 years, 5 and a bit years, yeah.
And got engaged.
I'd be thicker than you, though. Like, I didn't see the signs, like.
Well, Natasha's not a dancer. So there we are now, 10 years later, and Taylor is there now and all. He's 6.5.
Jesus Christ! And you're Mr. Florida now, aren't you? Because the last time we were talking, you were just you'd your toe out the door.
Toe, literally.
Yeah. But you've been back and forth like a bunch of times. And why Florida? I don't know. Did I ask you why Florida? Like,
a load of people ask me that. Why did you move to Florida? And I asked them, you were going to America, but why did you go to Florida? And they were saying Chicago, New York. And it's grand in the summer, but winter is snow up here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So Florida, and people say, but do you not miss the seasons? No, we had 40-something years of the seasons here in Ireland between me and Erica.
We don't have seasons here either. It just pisses rain or it doesn't piss rain
all the time.
That's it.
Actually, it's cool when it rains over in Florida.
Right.
Because you don't get it. You wake up blue sky 9.9 times out of 10. It's blue sky. And it's a positive thing.
Yeah.
We're happier. Like last summer, best summer we ever had.
Yeah.
We were all happy people running around.
Leaping around the place like goats, yeah. It was
still
happy
giving out, but we were happy giving out ours.
See, I think we've just made the best of it in Ireland by just going, that's why our pubs are so class.
Mm-hmm.
That's why our pubs are so class, because people are just drowning their fucking sadness from the weather,
yeah,
alcohol and song.
But I noticed it, as they say, it'd be a great country if you could
only roof it.
Yeah. But I noticed we went in January and came back in July to Ireland for a few weeks, and we brought clothes with us thinking it'll be whatever it'll be, but we ended up wearing the same clothes as we were wearing.
Sure, I met you for coffee. Yeah. We were fucking busting sweat the same day, like out in our knees.
So we kind of got a false sense of security, and we went,
yeah,
you know. And then we came back, but then as September kicked in into October and November, and you could see, God bless the FaceTime, but you can see the depression then on people's faces.
The grey
depression, that's probably a strong word, but that like that darkness coming in as the clouds kind of descend with the rain. So besides that, someone's looking to come in.
Who's coming in?
There's a wonderful person trying to come in.
Oh, sure, look who it is. Yeah, it's the boss lady here.
The boss lady.
We're inside
running back out the door.
Inside the office. She's like one who got caught coming out of the shower with a towel around her, and like the family are just have to come. She had that face like,
oh shit, someone here.
Oh, you bastards.
We haven't said who it is, and we won't yet, but I believe she's coming on the show at some stage.
At some stage, if I can get her on the show, like. But the thing is, she'd be so tight-lipped, she'd give me none of the greasy inside gossip, like.
I say she's great stories.
It's like our boss man here, sure. I said to him, he'd be a great man for on the podcast, if only he could.
If he give you the goss?
Give you the goss, like. Sure, he's the goss on everybody, like. And
he's great stories.
Oh, some stories, but you couldn't.
We're talking about Sinead Hope and Robert C. Kelly.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone's wondering.
Yeah. Well, Sinead Hope is the boss woman here at UCH. And Robert C. Kelly pays our checks.
He does. He pays the bills.
Yeah.
And he came in last night. There's only me to get away with it.
Oh, stop it.
So he was in at the show last night, and at the end, we don't do the hellos anymore, as you I know. But so I turned around and I said, there's a fella called Robbie.
A little young lad.
Robbie B. Kiley. Who's come all the way from Scotland with his family to see the Panto, and he wants to be in show business when he grows up instead of Robert C. Kelly. He saw the sunny side of it. Yeah.
Did you see the sunny side of it?
I think he did.
Yeah, because you wouldn't know sometimes. Like he'd shoot you a look. He's developed a look, hasn't he? Like I've discussed his look with him. Yeah. Like he has a good look. If you don't know what Christ mood he's in, like.
But like Robert's in good form at the moment. Because thank God Panto's out the door.
It's selling well.
So any producer's going to be happy.
Yeah,
no
of course.
What the weather's like.
Yeah.
But getting back to we're talking the weather, the 4 seasons and all that. No, we just went to Florida because, well, from a personal point of view, Disneyland is there and all that malarkey. But the weather is great, and it's just like you can't beat that kind of good feeling of walking around in flip flops and shorts most of the year.
There's plenty of work there for the business you were going into too over there.
I have the variety show that I do and have been doing for years over there, on and off. We used to fly over and I was flying back and forth multiple times during the year, which was costing a fortune, but it was an investment with the eye to moving there.
Yeah.
And it's just something we've always wanted to do. I like the kind of lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're loving it. We're a year there now this January coming, but like the work leads the way. Excuse me. And we play a lot of the retirement communities, which is not like nursing homes here now or that kind of thing. Like,
they're ridiculous. Like, you have to have serious moolah to be in one, don't
absolutely.
you?
You have to be 55 plus to go. So they're known as 55 plus resorts. And they're all snowbirds that come down from the north, basically. That's what they're called. They all fly down from Chicago up North America.
A lot of rich Jewish people.
Absolutely, yeah, and a lot of Irish American, all different nationalities come down. They come down in November,
Right.
and they'll go back up in April into May, even sometimes, depending on it. But while they're there, like these are massive houses, and there could be anything up to 4,000 or 5,000 houses in these resorts.
Jesus.
And then in the middle, it was like a big. There's always golf clubs,
Course.
golf courses there, and they have the golf club. But within that, then there's a theatre or a performance hall. So small audience to us is 250 and up to 1,000 people. And then the show I have can be me on my own, or Eric is involved. My brother comes over, so our show will adjust to the venue.
Yeah.
Like, so our larger show we have 4 or 5 piece band and 4 dancers plus myself. So it's kind of we'll alter the show to suit the client's needs.
Right.
So that does good, because it suits me as well, because I can come home here, do panto, get to spend Christmas in Ireland with the family, and then go back there. So when I go back, literally, we're straight into the season and up to the end of March. And that kind of keeps the roof over our heads.
Nice.
And we're able to kind of then chill. But that whole, as you know, panto season is just literally forget about your life and just put your head down and keep your body going as best you can. And then that we do a lot of travelling, but it's all in Florida, you know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's all on Florida. Kind of a lot of West Coast, even though I live on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I live in Cocoa Beach, but a lot of it's over on the West Coast. But we just fell in love with the area on the East Coast.
Yeah, sure. I see the pictures. You were pissing me off, you bastard, when you moved over there first. Like, here I am in the fucking pissing the rain, like driving to fucking Dungarvan or something to do a gig, like, and you're turning around going, well, you bollocks, I'm off down to the pool. And I was like, yeah, it's fucking Tuesday. You prick. You absolute prick.
Eric only said to me the other night at Christmas, we were up in the house, and she said, do you remember that day you rang me and I was kind of slightly off on the phone? I said, oh yeah. I said, I just let you go because you sounded like you were up to your neck before she came over.
Yeah.
So obviously I came over ahead. She said, yeah, actually, I was sitting at the pool reading a book, having a drink.
Oh, fuck off. Like, it's holidays. It's essentially holidays, isn't it?
That's why there's
You're living on holidays.
There's an ad on the radio station over there, and it's about for selling houses. And this American couple goes on, since we moved to Orlando, every day is a vacation. And I kind of go, it kind of fucking is. Do you know what I mean? Because you are. And for us, thankfully,
You're going around
we're not a 9-to-5 job that we have. That freaks some people out, but you get to a stage, please God, if you look after yourself and keep the head down, that you can take time out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And thankfully, after 20 years being in the business now, I've got me gigs up to a stage where I can get out there, work.
You can do a blast and relax.
You know, but like that's like I'm sitting here with you now this morning. We're both in bits.
I know, but that's the thing. Like, and you kind of, and I'm still to this day trying to shake off the guilt of having time off.
Yeah,
because like I was so used to. I've come from, I suppose, an 8 to 6 world in construction. So, but you're working the week of the normal person, and even still, like there's loads of my mates don't get out of bed till fucking 11:30 because they're or 12 o'clock, and I go, Jesus, how do you do that? Yeah, the whole day is gone. But that aside, but then you'll do a blast of work like this panto shit, like just drills you into the ground, like because you just can't do nothing or think about anything else.
It's bed panto back to the bed,
quite literally. And then it's the after effect where I'm going, Jesus, it's Wednesday and I'm not doing anything. Yeah, it's Thursday, I'm not doing anything, and there's a guilt comes over me, like.
Yeah, but here's the thing as well, like we're working now bananas hours. But it's great because the type of work it is, we're looking at families who we're out celebrating Christmas and just having a ball.
Like there's good vibes everywhere.
Yeah.
Like.
And they go back to work now. The day we finish, they're all gone back to work.
It's true, They're
gone back to work skint, and please God, we're after been working, so we feel bad. She's back in again, folks.
She's back
in.
Oh, Jesus. How did she think we were going to... Man in, Sinead. You're all right.
She closed the door again.
That's
it's a good job it's not a video.
Do you know what? It'd be great if it was a video, just to see her head popping around every so often, like. We're not talking about you, Sinead, honestly, we're not.
Sinead has a twin.
Does she?
Yeah. Identical.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she as nice as she is?
Yeah. Well, are we comparing it on this morning's behaviour?
Oh, yeah, she kind of gave us a bit of a bollock this morning.
She came in the wrong door this morning, didn't she?
Ooh, somebody licked the red off her lolly, I can tell you.
I'm telling you.
Jesus Christ.
Or as you said, pissed in their cornflakes.
You liked that one, didn't you?
That was a good one. Quick one. Sinead, I can't remember, a few years ago, and I ran out into the audience as we do in panto, and Sinead is sitting there, and I'm going, hey, and she's going, go away from me. And I was going, that's Sinead, but she hadn't her glasses on. I was going, hey, Sinead, and she went, no. And I didn't know she was a twin at this stage.
Oh, Jesus,
it was her sister sitting there, and it just wasn't adding up. And then I said, Were you at the show earlier on? She said, no, that was my sister. And I went, I didn't know you were a twin. I said, now it makes sense.
Right. Jesus Christ, we're going to get gout without running out into the audience with you. How did we develop at the end of every show? So the idea behind it is that we can engage with the audience, have a good old send off, and get them all singing and dancing and up off their seats and everything. The song sheet, myself and Richie do, and it also provides an opportunity for the rest of the cast to go in and change into their finale costumes. But we've developed a thing over the last 2 weeks of where we basically take
we
extract jellies from children.
So if you're coming to the Panto in the next
couple
10 days or whatever, we want the good stuff.
The good stuff, the roundaries.
You got a full bag of jelly babies.
A full bag of jelly babies last night. I stuck a fist of them into my mouth and I was like, that was a wrong decision because now I can't speak for the next.
Yeah, and you can't say put them back out. Or it's like, you commit fully.
And this is in front of like over 800 people. So you are kind of. There was a few points where we were kind of having a bit of a conversation about the jellies and stuff, and then there was, there's people in the room with us.
Yeah.
All right,
we better move on.
We better get on with business here.
It was the sugar king. Come here, did you see the little one? I never said this to you. Remember the box of Maltesers? Maltesers are nicer in a box.
They're always nicer, way nicer than in a bag. Way nicer.
They're the same thing, but they taste nicer in a box.
It's like Coke out of the glass bottle.
Oh,
or a can.
The
streets
contour.
ahead out of that old scabby plastic bottle.
The bottle is the best. You can't beat the bottle.
Glass
Remember
bottle.
the straw, up and down in the straw, fizz everywhere.
Yeah, because I think it takes you back to childhood when you're sitting on a stool in the pub.
If you were getting bottles of Coke now and you're young fella in Ireland, you were doing well.
You were just red lemonade.
Red lemonade, 4 glasses, sit in the corner and shut the fuck up with a bag of
packet of crisps. Yeah.
One bag between 5 of you.
What age did you, because your parents were musical people, what age did you start then go, that's for me?
I was always kind of singing away and doing my thing, but realistically, in first year, so I was like 13, 14-ish, whatever, 12, 13, 14, and the Panto in Waterford was started up.
Right.
And I wanted to go into that. And I did. It's a long story short, but I went, Denny Corcoran was the man that used to look at it after it. He's passed on now, but his daughter and her husband look after it now. So that's when I said, I want to go with that.
Yeah.
And I did Yano Mamo, which was the Sting concert. I don't know it was a concert. Remember Sting was involved with the jungle, the Amazon jungle, and all the trees and all that years ago.
Yeah.
Called Yano Mamo and Sienna Campbell, and they did the Southeast Youth Choir kind of thing. They picked 2 kids from every primary school. We all auditioned and we went, and I got picked. I was one of the 2 out of my primary school.
And where was it going to be put on?
In Theatre Royal in Waterford. They did a week.
Yeah,
Sienna Campbell from RT came down and narrated, and then we all did the thing, the concert. That was my first taste of it, and then I kind of knew I liked that.
Yeah.
But over the years, I went, why do I like being on stage so much? And I've come to the conclusion that because of my stature, I was never into the sports. Well, I was, but it just wasn't for me.
You still get a poke of a ball, though. I see that. Like even John Sharpson was watching. John would be a hurler. John, we were watching whatever on the camera. He said, "Jeez, Richie have a poke of the ball, haven't he?" Because you can see it. Like it's you have picked up a hurley and
I played when I was under 12s kind of thing. But again, it just wasn't my thing. I had no passion for it. But I played Davy Fitz then in the All-Star Wars.
Which is hilarious.
Until the night he came in the Glory, over in the Glory doing it in Ennis. And
how did he take it all right?
He was a great man. Lovely fella. I couldn't get out of Clare that night. I couldn't get out fast enough, so he was coming after me. Nah, joking aside, I found out that afternoon he was coming in that night.
Right.
And the Glory Theatre, I could see whatever way it's the back of the wall.
Who was he coaching at the time? Was he coaching Clare or was he coaching Waterford at the time? Was it?
Yeah, because I was playing him as the Waterford thing, and but I never enjoyed it. I had no voice because the whole thing was just screaming. And we did the whole transformation at the end where I turned into him and I had the Azuri jacket on me.
Oh yeah.
All flat down, and my hair cut like him at the time. But we do actually have a bit of a look of each other. And but when he came in, anyway, I went, oh no, what's he going to be like? But I could see the shoulders going up and down, laughing.
Great.
And he came up on stage and he said, "Where's the little bollocks?" So, but we had a great chat, took a few photographs, and I said we arrived at the cars at the same time on the way out, and I said, "What way do I go out of here?" I said, "I keep getting lost." But he drove me out the road. He drove me out the road and made sure I got out. No one fucking come back. But the hurling was always the thing. But I was saying why I liked being on stage at a young age, is because it didn't matter about my height.
Right.
I could go out and I knew I enjoyed what I was doing, and I think it's safe to say I was fairly handy at it at that stage. And I think that's why I fell in love with Panto so much as well, because Panto is just out there and you can be anything you want to be, and it doesn't matter. So when I walk out and I'm 4'11", and I'm just doing my thing and I'm dressed as a fool and I can be a big child, which is what I am.
But even you were telling me like the mad shit you were doing above in the gate, like firing you off the fucking stage into the pit.
I jumped into the pit loads of times.
That's a 12-foot drop you were saying.
And probably the rest, yeah. We used to put it up on... Darren Crosby was still there. He still does the Panto there. But I did 10 years, over 12 years there. But I was known for my slapstick and my acrobatic stuff.
But that's what Panto is supposed to be, isn't it?
You know, but unfortunately, I can't do what I used to do. And like I started in the gauge when I was 22. And I was a young guy then. I was able to do backflips and get thrown everywhere I needed to go. But now I'm 40, going on 42. I'm still quite active on the stage. But I just physically can't do what I used to do when I was 22, like every fucking man says you. But,
of course, yeah.
But no, the Grinnell brothers, we did production of Cinderella. Susan McFadden was Cinderella. Ronnie Drew was the Baron, Cinderella's daddy.
Brilliant.
Killian Donnelly, who is now playing Valjean and Beauregard at the moment. Massive West End superstar and Broadway. That was his first pro gig. And then we had Michael and Nick Grinnell with the Uglies. Brilliant cast, and I was Buttons. And at one stage, the boys used to grab me a leg and an arm each and throw me from centre stage. Literally throw me through the air, and we'd have crash mats in the wings. So it looked from the audience that the boys just threw me out, because I used to go 6 foot in the air and land on these mats. And then there was a Robinson Crusoe one we did.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You have to put that up online.
Yeah.
I know you may or may not be allowed to put it up, but it is possibly one of the funniest things that Robinson Crusoe thing you showed me.
Yeah.
But the kid, like the actual tech huge. That went into that.
Yeah, it was a full stage within the stage on wheels, and it was like
it was on hydraulics as well or something, was it?
Hydraulics, as you.
Hydraulics, yeah.
It was swinging from left to right. It was like we were on a boat, so it looked like the boat was rocking.
And one side was open to the audience to see into the boat.
Yeah, but it was like we used to climb up ladders to get into it, and it was good 8-10 feet off the ground to allow for the rock. But the Gaiety stage is a big old place, and it filled the entire kind of pros arch. And then we'd no mics on us because they threw buckets of water in on top of us. Multiple buckets of water, which the floor became very slippy. Plus this thing is rocking left to right.
Oh my God.
So the floor, if you were standing on the left side of it, it would elevate probably a good 8-10 feet up and down. So it was like something you'd see in a fun house, amusement park. But the fun we had.
But like they're looking out, like was it? It must have been different every night because you're flying.
Totally.
You're flying when you don't know you're going to go flying.
Yeah. We nearly killed a certain actor.
Really?
Who I won't name, just cause.
Male or female? Or is that debatable?
That's debatable. Well, he sat on my head one day, and I said, "Right,
I'll get you."
Wouldn't let me up, so I said, "Right, we'll fix you." So we threw him a little bit harder than we usually did.
Really?
Yeah, I was grand.
That's the thing, you can get away, like, you could get away with an old slight dig, like, because people don't know there's so much moving parts to something like that in Panto.
Listen,
like,
because there was no mics on, it was kind of killing each other. But it was fun, it was tomfoolery.
Oh, yeah.
But that was that. It's amazing how we start one conversation and end up somewhere else. But that's what the podcast is.
That's what podcasting is all about. People are normally lads that like listen, like the lads send me in messages when they're actually when they're listening to this, and a lot of people actually working over Christmas were listening to this. But there's lads that work in manual labour jobs, like do you know what I mean? Your average blue collar Joe or Josephine, like either stacking egg boxes, or then you get the people abroad too, like who are on the train and they don't get the Christmas holidays we do here, and they're just going, I need this shit, like, so they don't care what real direction. There's nobody. I'll tell you this, Richie, there's very few people learning much off my podcast, but they're just enjoying the old conversation,
and that's all it is. You know,
there's no preachiness on this yoke anyway, like.
No, there's too much preachiness in the world.
Oh yeah.
You know, we've disappeared up our own arses.
Oh, for the love of Jesus, when it goes to like and I suppose that's the thing, like Davy Crowley was on, he's just walked away from all social media.
I took it off my phone.
Did you?
Yeah, I had to. Because I just find, I put it back on for Christmas because, like, when we're over here, you know, the public and the punters, as we call them, the kids come and they want to see photographs and they want to see... They want to see what the Play-Doh Panto Richie and Tom get up to.
Yeah.
And in our business, we provide our own PR.
You are your own brand
product.
Yeah.
So we have to do it. But Like even this morning, I was just scrolling through it out of habit. I'm going, what am I doing? You know, I'm just looking at a filtered world that's not real.
Yeah.
And you have all sort of emotions of, you know, all different things. And I'll use the word jealousy, and you know, go away, you're having a ball, I'm working hard. And it's not personal to anyone, but yeah. You know, if you were to tell someone 20, 30 years ago you're going to spend your time looking at other people's presents under a Christmas tree, and then you start going, but do we have enough presents under our tree?
Yeah.
Because he has. We always had that about Mary up the road had a bigger.
Of course, yeah, but now you're getting it 10,000 fold,
Yeah.
like, and that's not. I don't think that's healthy for the old brain, like, you know, like in a way.
What worries me though is like, you know, as I said, we're the older now, so you don't worry as much as you used to. But the younger generation, man, like,
There's
you
a
know,
lot of pressure.
I've heard.
Well, there's the boss lady. What's wrong with you?
What time is it?
We'll have her makeup on in 2 seconds.
What? 25 to
25 to.
Now, so basically, what's happening here, folks, is the door just opened.
The boss lady stuck her
Managing
head up.
director, UCH, just came in and said, "Lads, it's getting a bit close to the showtime."
We're 27 minutes in.
27. When
let
you're
us
as good
let's
looking
go
as
3
me,
minutes. I
when
hate odd
you're
numbers.
as good
Sinead.
looking as me and Tom
Yeah.
Sinead, we've already said who we are, so
Yeah.
they know who we're talking to. At this point now, they're on Google looking for images of you. Oh, she said they won't find
We'll
much.
have to put a picture up of Sinead. So
Oh, there's plenty of pictures up holding 25 at the moment, her age.
Oh.
It was her birthday
there you
this year.
are. There you are.
It was her birthday this year.
Recently, 25 years of age.
She
She's
was
doing
so
well.
happy being 25, she put it everywhere.
It's
Bags,
on all
coffee
sorts
cups,
of on all sorts of
umbrellas.
things around here. It's brilliant.
She gave us her office.
It's so good.
So good.
So good. No, in fairness.
Probably wouldn't have been as noisy with all the popcorn in the other place.
Right, no. Yeah, there wouldn't have been as much disturbance.
So Sinead, when are you coming on?
When are you coming on the podcast, Sinead?
This is not edited, so you're going to be in this.
2020.
2020.
Okay, fair enough. So,
All
what's
right.
to say? I mightn't even be back. Who knows?
No, you'll be here for 6 days.
Oh, I will. Yeah, you're right enough, actually.
No, 2019. No.
2019. Yeah, we're going to be here for 6 days of 2019.
Yeah.
You never know. I might get asked back.
In fairness to Sinead, she brought me over from Florida in September.
She did, yeah. She did,
She brought me
yeah.
over, didn't you? All the way. She said all the way, just in case you can't. There you go. And she put me up on the wall outside
For her birthday.
for her birthday.
That's some going.
She brought me over for her birthday party. 25 years old. She's looking well for it, didn't she?
Fair play to her. Sinead, we're going to keep going now until we round this out to 30. 30 minutes. Give us 2.5 minutes. What's wrong?
She's showing us her screensaver. Is that a picture of you on Christmas morning in your jammies?
Is it?
Look at that. Everyone else got the old fleecy stuff by. She showed the flesh.
Oh, fair play.
Fair play to her. Can we get that one online? Very excited. Oh, payback is coming.
Very
It's a
exciting.
good job Robert C. Kelly pays me bills. Sinead Hope coming to a podcast near you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Some people just don't. The amount of people that I'm getting Belinda on, but Belinda was like, "I need to have a drink." I was like, "No, you won't."
Belinda, it'll be brilliant on this.
Yeah, because she's just the randomness of Belinda, Haley Joe's mother. But yeah, but we were just talking briefly to wrap up on the whole idea of the social media thing. I think people, for the most part, understand that it's not a real thing. But for the smaller few to go, this is a real fucking thing. My life is based around this thing.
Yeah, it's habit. And I always heard Ryan Tubridy said that the release, because he made a big deal about coming off it years ago, and he said the release of it, not having it was great. And I did it this year. I took it all off my phone.
Yeah.
And go onto the laptop when I need to and do the page and all that kind of thing. And when we first moved over to Florida, we were all excited, like everyone. The photograph. Oh, I'm at the pool. I'm at this. I'm in Disney. But then you realise people are happy for you, but don't overkill it, because then they go, okay, we have enough now, lads.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
And that's understandable. But the most scariest thing I heard John Sharpson said to us was that kids were asking their parents to buy them for Christmas followers on Instagram.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's right. I heard that going out the door,
shit.
and I was like, I don't think I actually heard that right.
No, you did.
That is.
Like, you can buy, and it's been done on YouTube for years, especially with music videos.
Yeah, you can buy.
All the buys are buy. Like, you look at these things and you're going, how the God did you get 65,000 views in a night? Did you bought them?
You did, yeah. To some crowd in Indonesia are
Yeah,
all watching.
some fellas pressing a button going like. But no, that's it. But what mindset are the kids in if they're asking that?
Yeah.
It's now gone to how many people are following me.
That's warped.
Completely warped. And that's scary. So where are we going to go from here?
Lord only knows. Well, we're only just one, they reckon, solar storm away from all the electrical products shutting down. So,
Sure, we'll go back to the old Nokia and play a Snake. Remember the days.
There we go. So yeah, normally I wrap up with asking people, do you want to follow you on any social media platform?
Yes, you can follow me on richiehays.net.
There you go.
It used to be .com, now it's .net.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I have YouTube channel.
That's the important one, yeah.
Richie Hayes. Yeah, it's just a Richie Hayes thing. Yeah, Richie Hayes.
Richie Hayes, I've typed in enough
But it's
time,
all
yeah.
linked into the website anyway. And then there's the Facebook page. And I'm on the Instagram and Twitter. On the old Instagram and Twitter.
Instagram and
Instagram.
Twitter.
And yeah, so go on my website and you'll find all the links there. But I'm this year's the year of YouTube for me.
Yes, yeah,
A couple of things in the pipeline. I've been working on a load of videos, kind of doing the whole if you're visiting Orlando, because obviously being over and back all the time, the amount of pitfalls that I had, I'm kind of going, I didn't need to do that. Quick one.
Yeah.
You don't need to buy your rent your sat nav, which is $15 to $25 a day when you rent one at the airport with the car. You just use your Irish phone, turn off your cell thing, but it works off the GPS. So download a sat nav app before you go.
Yeah.
And off you go.
Stop.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a great idea. Some of those, yeah. So many people do go to Orlando. I know there's a mate of mine. Jeez, it blew me away. He was on the podcast, Graham Merrigan. He was saying, the family probably 3 times a year they were in Orlando. It's like, what? What? So, I mean, things like that. A lot of Irish people do go.
It's crazy. And then your sun pass as well, because once you leave the airport in Orlando, driving along the roads and it's toll after toll after toll, and they're all $1, $2, $1.50, and all of that. If you don't have the cash, if you've just arrived, you're not ready for that.
Yeah.
And they'll say to you at the rental place, we can just do the thing, but you're paying huge. You're paying rental on that yoke in the car every day.
Jesus, right.
Plus the toll that they charge you, plus a little bit more. So if you buy a thing called a Sun Pass, which you can get in Publix.
Like the ski pass.
Yeah.
Publix is the...
Publix supermarkets.
Supermarkets, yeah.
Or Walmarts, any of them. You'll get them for 20 quid. Put your Visa card on that, stick it on the front thing, and just drive away, and it just takes it off your card.
Nice.
There's another one for you, lads.
Yeah. That's another one.
So I'm going to do videos like that, and then there's all tips and tricks for the theme parks to save you money, because they're expensive places to go. Without being a skinflint. She's back in, folks. She's back in. We have to finish, Tom.
We better actually go do a panto. Jesus Christ, I think is that what she's on about? Is it the panto you want us to do?
Do you want to come in here, or do you just want us to go and get ready so we're ready for the show?
A bit of both. Column A and column B.
She has to lock it, right?
All right, fair enough.
Okay, we're going to do a wrap-up then. Sinead, thanks for leaving us use your facilities.
Thank you very much, Sinead Hope, for the facilities. Thank you very much, Richie Hayes. I'll put all those links in the description of this, and we'll keep people updated and posted on it.
Yeah, we'll do another one, Tom, that you can put out later in the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Before I go.
Yeah, exactly.
Sinead will be back as well.
Thank you very much to all the listeners for tuning in. Again, follow all those usual links that you do with Tom O'Mahony Comedy. Follow richiehays.net.
Yes.
And keep an eye out for his videos coming down the line. Once again, thank you very, very much, Richie Hayes.
Tom, I've only one thing to say.
What's that say?
Is there any chance of a
What little